Today, Joel Salatin answers one of the questions from inside of my free online community. The question was asked by Tracy, and it was, how did you start your apprenticeship and steward programs on your farm in the very beginning? Let's go check it out.
We started getting some young people from time to time would ask us, can I come and learn? And we felt like we didn't have enough work. We didn't want to complicate our lives. It just just didn't seem a good fit. And so we basically said no for a couple of years. And then one of our customers is a quintessential entrepreneur. And he came to us and said, how soon can you produce 600 dozen eggs a week for me? And he had developed a market kind of independently on his own just because he loved us. And when can you get 600 dozen eggs? And we said, well, that's a kind of a big, deal, 100 dozen a day. But we suddenly saw that as okay, this would give us work for, somebody else to do, give us an expansion opportunity. And it's not nearly a full-time gig. And so it would give time for somebody to do that enterprise plus, other things and learn the other thing. So that year, it's been 28 years ago or so, we launched, we got 1,000 pullets and raised them up to start this 600 dozen egg a week gig. And we put in the apprentice cottage, and we just picked, a couple people who had contacted us, that we had said no to, and said, hey, we're open for business now. If you want to come. And so we had the first one say yes and came, and we planned for just one, and then just a couple months into it, we had another friend that was interested, and so added a second one, and then we had two for many years. So we did the apprenticeship program. It was a one year program for several years, and we began realizing that the summer was the crunch time and the real learning time. And by that time we were having more and more people ask, can I come? And we can only accommodate two per year. And so we decided then about 10 years later to add the summer stewardship program, which we now take 11, May 1 to September 30. And so now the apprentice program has moved to kind of a grad school. If you do the stewardship program, which is like boot camp, and you want to stay on another year, then you can put your name in the hat to be on for another year. We take 2 to 4 apprentices who go October 15 to October 15 after their stewardship. And the stewards are here for 5 months, May 1 to September 30. The mission statement for the steward program is very simple. Come for a season and learn if you have what it takes to be a farmer. The mission statement for the apprentice program is completely different. Add a year, learn the Polyface way, and be able to duplicate it anywhere in the world. So those are two very, very different mission statements. We view them very differently. So everything is it has evolved to this point. And I think people don't appreciate how much time and effort we put into the stewardship program. I mean, because we've got 11 people coming from all over the country. Suddenly you throw them into this very intimate setting, and they live together, they work together, they sleep. We have girls and boys cottages, but basically, they're thrown in here together. 11 of them, different ages, everywhere from 18, never been away from home, all the way to, a 50-year-old married with kids, so it's quite a melting pot. But that's how we started it back in the beginning.
Yeah, and have you seen a lot of farm plants come from that experience? It sounds like there's kind of two different levels. One is dip your toe in the water with farming. The other one's try to create a carbon copy of what we're doing.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Or at least have enough principles to be able to adapt wherever you end up.
Yeah.
And so yes, we do have numerous young people that have germinated. No money, no land, and they're now full-time farming. And in fact, next summer, if things hold together, Lord willing, we will have our next Stockman Grass Farmer gathering here. We do it every other year, and next year we're looking at featuring 8 of our primo grads who will tell their story of young person, no land, no money, and now full-time farming, and how they developed to that point. The stories are very different kinds of farms, different places in the country, but just fascinating. And we think that it can be a real catalyst for young people. How do you do this? How do you make this happen? And we're hoping to really encourage a lot of young people to think about how they can proceed.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, I know that it just takes, them hooking on to one limiting belief, and then all of a sudden there's lots of reasons why we can't do it. But yeah, if you have someone starting from those places and hearing those stories, it just speaks volumes. So very cool.